This is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
With me in your head because I didn't.
No, I did. I told
hear
you.
Any of this? This is all like completely new stuff. So weirdo. I feel like you need to move over more because the thing's right in your face. Ten seconds.
This is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Thanks for joining us this morning. GovsRadio.com is the website. You can see our show there live right now. The Knockem Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sallie on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're going to keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie. Hey,
The Knockem Comedy Radio Show is brought to you by the Roslyn Social, North Shore's premier rooftop lounge, located in the heart of Roslyn Village at 1363 Old Northern Boulevard. Give them a call, 516-801-4963, and say hi to Nick. Fantastic food, great atmosphere, just a great time all around. The Knockem Comedy.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus, and
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Day Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
Okay. Okay, we'll do that for now.
Hi. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown. It is Thursday, August.
I think it's the 5th.
I think you're right about that.
Oh, good.
Thursday, August 5th. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Welcome, all you fellow knockers. We're on govsradio.com. We're on Govs Comedy Club Radio. You go to YouTube, you type in Govs Comedy Club Radio. You find that page. You subscribe to the page. You hit the thumbs up. You copy the link, and you share it all over the place. Then you pick up the phone and say, hey, go watch the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show and all the other great shows here at Govs Radio. Lots of great shows. So go to Govs Comedy Club Radio. Go to govs.com to find out what's cooking at Governor's Comedy Club. Governor's in Levittown. The Brokerage in Belmore. McGuire's in Bohemia. Lots of great stuff. Tom Cotter is playing the club in Levittown this weekend. Megan Hanley is at the Brokerage this weekend. She's one of my favorites. Casey Aurora is at McGuire's. Guess who's in the Little Room this weekend?
I do not know.
With Chuck Fox and Rob Chaffee and a bunch of other comedians. Guess who's headlining?
I do not know.
Tom Kelly.
Oh, nice. In the Little Room?
In the Little Room.
Okay, cool.
All sorts of great stuff happening. Go to govs.com. That is the website for the club. Don't forget August 12th, the big benefit for John Ziegler, our friend, a big supporter of Govs Radio, battling a cancer fight, which he's going to win, but he needs a little financial assistance. So August 12th, there's going to be a great show here at Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown. Roach and Burke and DeVito and Gage and Thomas and Colin Quinn. John Ziegler himself will be here if he can. Joey Cola is hosting. My goodness, what a great show that's going to be. Govs.com, baby. Govs.com. Phone's ringing already. You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning there, DJ D-Love. How are you, pal?
Good. Not bad. How you been?
Doing all right. Doing all right. Where are you right now?
I'm home right now, actually.
Oh, you're home. Okay, what are you doing on this beautiful Thursday?
Nothing much. I'm watching the show, actually, right now.
Very nice. So how was Dorian's birthday?
Good. He had a great time, actually.
Had a great time, yeah?
Okay, he had a perfect time.
Did you get him a gift?
No, I forgot, though.
You didn't get him a birthday gift?
No, but I just had a birthday, and he called me about 5 times.
Okay.
5 times? That's a lot of talking.
Oh, yes. He called me like 5.
Were you whispering to him, I love you, honey bunny?
Yes, I did.
Were you blowing kisses to you?
Yes, I did. Actually, I broke kisses about a couple times to him.
Wow. I can't believe you didn't send him a gift. Who do I got to yell at for that? Doesn't Michelle have to remind you to go send him a gift?
Yeah, but I forgot, though. You know how I am lazy. Sometimes I can be lazy.
And Dorian still loves you. That's nice.
Yeah, he still loves me. You know that, though. He's always loved me. You know that.
Very nice. And how old is he now?
He's 47.
47. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you went after a youngin'.
Yep.
All right. Well, very nice. All right, go ahead.
So, bad news. I got the bad news to tell you. My friend passed away on Sunday.
Oh, a friend of yours passed away on Sunday?
Yeah, he had, what do you call it? He had too much drugs in his system.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that,
Yeah,
DJ.
sorry, man.
Yeah.
And how was this guy your friend? How do you know him?
Because he actually was my cousin's friend. I knew him for like a long time.
Your cousin Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And I just saw him right before I went to Florida. I saw him.
Oh.
How old was he?
I think he had to be like 25, 26, something like that. He was very young.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, he had a son and a wife.
A wife and a son? Wow,
Yeah,
that's
yep.
terrible. And since he's only 25, that means the son is really young.
Yeah, his son's only 3.
Only 3. Oh, DJ, that's awful.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I just, when Tom told me the bad news, I was about to cry and stuff like that, too.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that's horrible.
It's awful.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
All the best to his friend, and sorry for you and sorry for Tom for the bad news.
Say sorry to Tom, too.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that so much.
Absolutely, pal. Absolutely.
Nice shirt today. It's actually a pretty nice shirt you got on today.
Who, me or Sallie?
No, I said you got the nice shirt on today. I like that shirt. It's a nice color.
Oh, thanks. You like the red.
It's pretty cool. I can't wait to my show. I can't wait. It's going to be a really good show. It's going to be phenomenal.
Yep, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be great.
It's going to be really good. I can't wait.
Yep. All right, so you want to head on out with a song, or?
Yeah, sure. I'm going to do a song. What the hell? I got a song. Let's see. Oh, I got the song actually for my birthday. Here we go.
All right, cool.
Here we go. Yo, Jeff Beasy, man, you got nothing on DJs you love, man. We tell you, I'm going to call you out like a motherfucker. Man, you got nothing on me, Jeff Beasy. You got nothing on me, Joe. Come on now. You got nothing. Man, you try to battle out of me? You got nothing, Joe. Man, I'm just DJ you love and a place to be. This for you, Joe. You want to battle me? Man, come on, Joe. You got nothing against me. But guess what, Joe? I'm putting championship line on the belt. I'm putting the championship belt on the line. If you can beat me, you can take it home. But guess not. I guess I have to take it home with me. Yeah, so I'm going to say to you, Joe, my name is DJ's 11, a place to be. Come on now. I can't wait the 20th. If you got nothing on King Kong, I got something on you, brother. Yeah, check this out. My name is DJ's Love and a place to be.
The place to be, mother effers. Wow. Wow, that was almost like a big threat. Like, this is like East Coast, West Coast turf war going on here.
Yeah.
That was for Joe Beasy for you. All you guys know that.
Yep. Jeff Bosey, Joe Beansy, Andy Plajanos. Yep. I'm sure they're feeling the heat right now.
Oh, they better take the heat because I'm going to take the heat right up to them, too.
That's right. Looking forward to it. Let's get ready to rumble.
No, are you ready? No, this is what they're going to say. Are you ready to rumble? It's going to be WWE.
Very nice.
Style.
All right. Nice job there, DJ D-Love.
All right, I'll see you guys later. I got one more thing before I go.
Go ahead.
You suckers.
Suckers! All right, there you go. DJ D-Love getting us started this morning. At least he made us smile with that song after giving us some bad news. All right.
Yeah, it's awful.
Hello, Joan. All right, but there is some good news that we can now switch gears and have some good news.
Okay.
Concerts.
Oh.
Things are getting back to normal. I know they're saying the Delta variant, the numbers are rising, but we're going to move forward. We're going to rise above it.
Yeah, I was reading that Florida was having like one of the roughest times
Yeah,
with
but
that. I'm like, all our friends are moving down to Florida, and now they're goners.
yeah, have we heard from Kevin Scott?
Not since he got COVID and died.
What?
Oh, didn't happen yet. Yeah, the whole
Goodness,
thing.
what
They're
the
like Florida's a big deal.
All right, the question was, have we heard from Kevin Scott?
No, when you move, you're so freaking busy and exhausted.
Yeah.
We're not going to hear from him for weeks.
Have you check his Facebook, though? You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Hey, this is DJ Juggy. Number 2, I think I'll be performing on September 25th. Is that a public show or a private show, brother?
I do believe it's a public show there, Juggy.
Oh, well, I thank you, Brother Juggy. I just want to make sure everybody on your radio show hears the good news that we will be performing on September 25th together, won't we, Juggy?
That's right, Juggy. We're looking forward to it very much.
Oh, I'm hoping I don't have my typical sweaty armpits for that show.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
It's disgusting.
You're definitely got the sweaty armpits, no doubt about it.
I will wear my best cologne. If I can borrow that from you, I put that on my tongue or on my armpit?
No, well, you've already been cologne because you got a twin brother, me.
Yes, yes. Oh, so I could use can I use your toothbrush before we perform there, Juggy?
Yes, and you can use my mustache hair to floss.
I've done that many times.
That's right.
I love it.
And we use our mama's pudding pie to floss our buttocks.
Oh, me and you, we've shaved Mama's nappy dugout a couple times, didn't we?
Yep, it's a nice nappy dugout.
Yeah, so she asked, when there's the gray hair there, she asked us to pluck it. And, being the good boys we are, we took care of that vaguna. Dude, I can't wait. Should be fun, right?
Looking forward to it, pal.
Yeah.
Glad you're coming in. Well, and we got another one, October 16th. I don't know if you're interested in that.
Oh, no, I saw that, but I might have a gig. I just wanted to make sure that I did not double book. I will find out ASAP. But
all right, we appreciate you finding out, and we look forward to hearing back from you.
Yeah. I got to get my radio voice back. Hey, hi, Sallie.
How are you? It's been
I'm fine, thank you.
Really
You
long
haven't heard
time.
Yeah, well, okay. So I've been banned from Facebook. For the
really?
8th time.
Wow. How many times do they give you before they just don't let you come back?
I don't know. I don't know.
9.
But, so I've been banned. This is my 8th ban. So
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have not been able to communicate. So I do listen, but I can't post. Like it won't let me go live.
Yeah, but we're on YouTube,
YouTube,
so you could just go on YouTube and watch us and.
Oh yeah, I could go on YouTube, but yeah, I'm back.
We just started that, so don't think
Yeah.
you're nuts or anything. We just started doing that.
Yes. So I saw the production. I will watch you on the YouTubes then.
Thank you, brother.
Because I cannot go live on the Facebook and post comments as you talk. Dude, I'm a maniac. But yeah, September 25th. Where is that on September 25th?
Floral Park.
Oh, is it at a restaurant?
I don't have it in front of me, but I do believe it's like a Knights of Columbus or one of those types of places.
Oh,
American Legion,
all right. We
one
can
of those.
advertise the poop out of it.
Oh, I
and
will
we'll
be.
Have people
Yep.
come and we'll laugh and okay. So we're not going to have to wear masks, are we?
Well, as of now, no, but who knows what'll happen in the next month and a half.
Yeah, because I think New York City indoors, they might be mandating masks again, but I don't think that's going to apply. Out of New York City.
As of now, that wouldn't apply to us. But again, who knows what the hell will happen by then?
That would. I mean, would you still do the show?
If the event is happening, I'll be there. I can tell you that much.
Oh no, I'll come either way. I don't care. I'm vaccinated. I got it through the rectum. It was awesome. They didn't. I got the suppository version. It was so fantastic. I asked for 3.
The girl's like, we don't do that. He's like, I'm not leaving until you do.
The doctor was like, excuse me, we just put that in the arm. I'm like, oh, come on, why not the tuchus? It's so much nicer.
And then he's like in the waiting area for that 15 minutes with his like ass in the air.
Yeah, so I didn't mean to interrupt. You were talking about good news, but
Never.
I did want to give a shout out for September 25th. Especially if it's a public gig, and it should be a fun time, man. We'll go out, we'll laugh. I haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, well, yeah, none of us have. So yeah, we're all looking forward to it.
Oh, is this your first one since
No.
It's our first. Well, Sallie and I did a game show last week, but it's our first murder mystery since Labor Day. I'm sorry, this weekend. Sorry, this coming Saturday we're doing our first murder mystery since Labor Day.
Oh, and is that a public one?
No, it's a bachelorette party.
Hold on. Hold the phone. Wait a second. You invite me to the Knights of fucking Columbus, the sausage party, but I can't. You didn't invite me to be a juggie at a bachelorette party.
It was your brother's idea. Go yell at him.
What? Wait, it was my brother's idea not to invite me to a bachelorette party?
Yes.
You Martha Fokker. I am. Dude, that's insane. You know what? Where is it? I'm coming anyway.
You're talking about, getting the vaccination in the butt, so we thought you'd like the sausage fest on September 25th.
Sallie, do you need help with sound?
Yeah, I'm actually not even going.
Mother! Oh, who's doing sound?
No, nobody. It's a small party. We're bringing just a small setup. We don't need mics or anything. It's a backyard party.
Oh, it's even outside in a backyard. Is there a pool?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, there's going to be skinny dipping. If Eric's going, there's going to be fat dipping. But is there going to be skinny dipping?
That is, we did work skinny dipping into the show, yes.
Oh, is this an afternoon show?
Showtime is 6:30.
Oh, you suck. This is the worst news I've received all morning.
Yeah, but who knows? I mean, karma might come back on us. We could go there and they all look like Eric. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you didn't ask for pictures of the Bachelorette and their party before you did it.
I didn't ask for measurements or anything.
Yeah.
Before we agree to do this show, can you send us a picture?
We'll need some pictures.
Excuse me, does the bride fit into a hula hoop? Is her belt made by Whammo? Yes, then we'll go.
Do we hear beeping when she backs up? All right, never mind. We're not coming.
Oh, dude, this is just brutal. I cannot believe you didn't invite me to this. Anyway, I have a gig, but I can't advertise the gig because I'm not allowed on Facebook. Motherfucker.
Well, we can say it. Is it still the indestructible band, the invisible band, the independent band?
Yeah, the uninvited
the
band
uninvited
is playing on Saturday night at the Old Greenwich Social. But I actually just sent the guy an email to ask if there's going to still be a band, because who knows? I don't think he's going to want to have a band and pay a full band if unvaccinated, unmasked people don't want to go now. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Oh, sucks. Anyway, I just called to say hi. I have been listening.
Cool,
You just
thank you.
haven't seen me because I can't go live because I'm banned from Facebook. So I'll just leave with a joke. I won't leave with a rap because I don't know what that rap was. Anyway, so what's the best thing about sex with 28-year-olds?
The best thing about sex with 28-year-olds, what?
Yeah, there's 20 of them.
Oh, God almighty. What's the worst thing?
All right.
What's the worst thing about taking a shit while you're eating?
What?
The face the waitress makes.
All right, dude, one more.
Okay.
Dude, I walked in on my daughter masturbating.
Ugh.
That little bitch had the nerve to tell me, Dad, go do that in your own room. All right, kids. Love you. See you later. Bye.
Thanks for
Kenny.
calling. Oh, that was awful. Oh. Well, speaking of Knockem Dead comedy for this Saturday, I messed up big time. I messed up bad. So as we
you really messed up bad. I've never actually seen you mess up that bad.
I don't know about that.
No, I'm like serious. Like I don't
So-
like you're not someone who anyone needs to double check your work. I'll give you that.
So we're doing, like I said, with Kenny just now on the phone, the Knockem Dead comedy show. We're doing one of our murder mysteries this Saturday. First time back since Labor Day. It's a private party. And as we've been talking about, our very own Andy Plajanos will be making his Knockem Dead comedy debut. He's going to be performing with us at this murder mystery. So we've been having rehearsals.
Yeah.
Not this week, but last week. Oh no, yeah. So last week, yeah, we rehearse on Wednesdays. So we
Yeah.
rehearsed last night.
Last week you didn't.
Last week we didn't. It was a planned night off. The week before, Eric had an issue, a time issue, a scheduling issue. Andy was thought he might have been getting a cold, so we were like, all right, screw it. Let's just cancel this week.
Right.
So and everybody's been doing great in rehearsal. Everybody's been with us for a long time. Andy's the only new one, but he's been doing great. And Andy, I know he prides himself on doing a good job. So I knew it would be fine. I said, okay, so let's cancel. And we don't have rehearsal next week. So on August 4th, that's our last rehearsal. So just all I ask is that you guys, know the script and be ready.
Yeah.
No problem.
So last night you come home and I'm like, hey, how was it? Wasn't it great seeing Andy?
Yeah, right.
And then I got this story.
So it turns out, so we're at rehearsal, and everybody's looking at each other, and we're asking, where's Andy? It's not like Andy to not be here. Where is he? So I'm giving it some time, thinking maybe just running late. And everybody, it seems like once a week somebody's late, so I'm just giving it time.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it's no big deal. But we were probably there about a half hour. I'm like, all right, let me check in. So I sent him a message, hey, where are you? And still I didn't hear back from him immediately, so I'm like, oh, this is weird. And he finally writes back maybe 15, 20 minutes later. He goes, you wrote in the email that the next rehearsal is August 5th. I'm like, as soon as I read it, I just turn to the cast. I go, did I say August 5th to any of you guys? Not that I didn't believe him. I was just shocked. I was actually shocked that nobody else said anything.
Yeah.
Because Andy being new, he doesn't know that, maybe he thinks maybe we just change it up sometimes. But yeah, so he doesn't know it's always Wednesdays.
Right. But so everyone else does, and that's why they didn't bring it up.
And that's why I asked him. I said, did you guys? And sure enough, they're like, yeah, you wrote August 5th. But, but we knew you meant the 4th. I'm like, oh, man. And it's not their fault. I'm not saying they should have told me.
You would make a really big deal if it was going to be on a different day other than a Wednesday. So most times, and like in your cast, like I could think of one of the people that actually will read the email the way we read emails, and the rest of them are, they're 30 and below, and they just they're not email readers. So like often, like if you have to cancel a rehearsal for a reason, I'll text them all. I'm like, hey, by the way, read the email. Rehearsal's canceled.
Yeah. So Andy thought rehearsal was tonight, and it was going to be his last rehearsal before the show. So
how's he feel? Have you talked to him about it?
No, I just apologized left and right and said I'm sorry. And then of course he did. He was like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's aggravated with me right now.
No.
But he'll be here tomorrow. And I'll talk to him. And even if he wants to run lines, I'll do it. If he wants to, the show is actually very close to your house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Where?
It's a house party, private party.
Yeah.
Just maybe not too far from where Sam works.
Okay.
So even if Andy wants to come over early, we can run it. Whatever. We'll figure it out. It's a house party. I know Andy's a true professional and he works hard at performing in comedy. I have no doubt he's going to nail it. So I'm not worried about it. I feel bad, but I'm not worried about it. If
he wants to do that, like I can do like all the other parts, while you guys like do your lines and stuff.
You just want to do the kissing scene with him.
He has a kissing scene?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I'll tell you, the kissing scene was with me. Hey, baby.
Yeah, never with me though, you slut.
Well, you play when you fill in, you play my daughter. We're not going to have a kissing scene, you weirdo.
Still though.
Well, you want to run the lines now?
No.
You want to run Lola's lines? We'll have a kissing scene right now?
No. Definitely no. Well, actually, Andy, if you're listening, they when you first get there, everyone will throw down their bags and stuff and just kind of chill out for like 5 minutes. And then inevitably, one of the 6 or 7 people will be like, all right, let's run lines really quick. And you'll just sit in like a semicircle and you'll do it and you'll feel comfortable.
Right. And it's not like it's a stage production where you have to be in a certain spot and you have to move it.
Even if you do it like twice or something.
Right. Ours is just, walking around and interacting with the audience, so he'll be fine.
What's he playing? Bubba.
He's playing Bubba.
Okay. Yeah, you'll be fine.
Bubba. Yeah, I think he's going to be fine. I'm not worried about it at all. But I can understand his point of view. He's new and he wants to, for his own his own comfortability, his own
he wants to do
mind.
a good job, which is what I like about him. And it's seriously like That is completely not like you to get something like that.
I know, I
It's
was
not,
shocked,
like,
man.
Like we all have faults. That's just not one of yours. So it was like really kind of shocking.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, are you kidding? Yeah.
So, but that's that. And I know he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And he'll be in here tomorrow. You can watch him beat me up for my mistake.
Yeah,
So, all right.
I won't be here tomorrow.
I know. I think you're giving Andy a complex.
I know. Well, no, actually, it shouldn't be a complex. It should be like a compliment. I feel like totally comfortable, him being here instead of me. Like, I feel really comfortable with it. He's so great,
Well, and me and him will be handling a guest tomorrow. We have a local musician by the name of Danny Ty this Friday, tomorrow. I've been saying Danny Teague because it's Tighe. So I thought it was Teague. But Lynn Riley let me know that it's pronounced Ty.
So dumb. I would have said it the same way.
Damn right you would have.
Yeah, so I'm
Danny
gonna be at White Post Farms tomorrow. It's the start of the season, people. White Post Farms.
But it's not.
I know.
Oh.
But I don't even know what it is. I don't know what
White
the heck
Post
is
Farms
going
is a big
on.
farm. They have animals and snacks and shows and a big field and cornfields.
And a farmer
right,
who's
and people,
really hot.
I know. And people enjoy it. That's
And kettle corn. They
Right.
make fresh kettle corn, and they meaning me.
I was about to say they.
Yeah. And so me and Kevin are going to go there for 4 hours and make a shitload of kettle corn for her. But I don't know why. I don't know what. She's like, just come for 4 hours. I don't even care when you come. Just get here and make me 4 hours worth of kettle corn.
Right, but then they asked you to work Saturday too.
Yeah. So tomorrow is like an event.
I think Saturday is whatever the event is. Tomorrow you're just making it.
Yeah.
And then
that's
Saturday
what
is
I
an
meant.
event.
I don't know why I said tomorrow.
Oh.
Saturday is
See, I'm contagious. You're getting
the
your days mixed
event.
up.
No, I do stuff like that all the time. You don't.
My mother texted me. She said, "Haha, tough getting old. You stupid piece of shit." My mother actually wrote that.
She did not.
No, she just wrote, "You stupid."
No, she didn't.
She did.
Oh.
Freaking moron.
No, she didn't.
I like the other one so much better. I should never have had you. That's what she wrote. It's all there. No, she did write tough getting old. You're older.
But yeah, so Saturday, I don't know what the event is, but me and Kevin are going to work from 9 to 6, 9 to 5.
You're asking me? I don't know.
I don't even know. I mean, usually she just walks by and tells me I can go and I leave. So
You're so dedicated.
I just stay until she tells me to go.
I love that job. I really love that job. I think it's fun. I love making the kettle corn. It's fun throwing it all together. I like the big machine. I think it's a fun day. And when I get to spend
You
it
do
with
like a big
Kevin,
machine.
it's fun hanging out with Kevin because he's so funny and he's a good worker.
You guys will have to split up someday.
He didn't want to do either one.
Someday he's going to move off and get married. Can't just...
He said he didn't want to do either day.
Why?
Because he's a lazy piece of crap.
So he's a good worker who doesn't want to work.
Well, when I get him there, he actually works. But he's tough to convince to do it. So I just signed him up anyway. And then he's like, really? I told you that I didn't want to do it. I go, I know, right? And then we both kind of blinked at each other. And he's like,
Wow, you're a dick.
I know. But I want to spend the day with him. It's
And
fun.
he wants to spend the day doing something else.
I know. Sometimes bad things happen to good people.
You know what? I actually agree. I actually agree with you. He's 17 years old. He's
Yeah,
never
get a
had a
job.
job. That's right. It's time.
Get a job.
Yep.
Yeah. So...
Your last summer off, fucker.
And I don't
Go
want to
work.
bother him during the school year because he's in way difficult classes. I don't really want to bother him doing that. But summers and stuff like that, he should work. But anyway, you know what I was thinking about? I was reading. It sounds really dorky, but I was reading this article about giraffes. I know. And I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the giraffes at White Post? Do they seem like elephants have a intelligence to them? Do you find that the giraffes, stay with me,
I'm with you.
Get the look off your face, get not your face, don't be you.
Hang on, I have to sneeze. Hang on.
All right.
Nerd.
Do you find the giraffes are like elephants, or do you think they're just dumb? Because you spend a lot of time with the giraffes.
What are you talking about?
When you were at White Post.
Do you know me? Are you confusing me with somebody else? When do I spend time with giraffes?
I've seen you with pictures of the giraffes. You walk by them all the time.
I walk by them. And
then they come by and they touch your head and stuff.
And maybe twice per season, I'll stop and take a picture. That's the extent of my...
But the giraffe leans down and gets a picture with you.
Yes.
So that should lead you to believe something about the animal. It's never done that for me.
Oh, is that right? See, all right. So you have to you have to realize who you're talking to. I don't put thought into anything. I do something stupid because I'm not thinking, and then when it's over, I'm now thinking about the next stupid thing. I am not sitting there thinking, "Oh, that giraffe came in and leaned his head in. He must know it was a camera. I wonder what the elephant would do."
Well, think about it now. Do you think that they're intelligent?
I do think it's interesting that the giraffe leaned in and like he knew we were taking a selfie. Yes.
Yeah, and he's like, you again.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and so this
and I
is
did it with
one...
a cow who looked like he was pissed last year.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, the cow was just looking at me.
The cow doesn't feel like being there. I'm surprised the giraffes feel like being there.
But they don't have elephants there, so I don't know where this elephant talk is coming from.
Well, just because elephants are known to, have relationships with other elephants.
Elephants have relations?
They care for each other's young.
But isn't that the case with any animal? They have relationships with each other and they care for their young.
No.
You see the ducks and the birds; they take care of their.
Kind of, but not really.
Chimpanzees and gorillas take care.
Birds can be dicks. Like birds will actually. There are a couple of birds just here, where we are, that they don't make their own nest. It reminds me of some people I know. They don't make their own nest. They have their eggs in other birds' well-made nests for them to take care of. And then if they don't take care of them,
bird trash.
The bird will come back
trash.
And hurt the other bird's eggs.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Survival of the fittest.
Yeah, so there are nice, animals and dicks. But anyway, this article was talking about how they haven't really researched much about giraffes in life. And that surprised me. Wouldn't everything be researched?
I'm sorry, what happened?
This article was talking about how, not a lot of research has been done on giraffes. They didn't notice that they were family-oriented.
I think I do feel that space travel is silly. They're trying to find other life forms when there are things like giraffes right here on Earth that we don't know anything about, or we have no idea how to properly communicate with these things. But yeah, so they're saying, all right, so somebody just realized somebody.
Yeah, someone just
by the
started
way, guys,
researching it.
We don't know a lot about giraffes.
Yeah, they just assumed.
Just hit somebody now?
There was an article back in 2014 that talked about how aloof giraffes are, and they don't really have, solid relationships. And then this new article was I don't know where that came from because, I guess they live the females live around 30 years, typically.
All right.
And they have relationships with other females, in their pack, and they'll care for each other's young. And it's funny because they said that the boys, the boy giraffes, will only have a relationship with their own mother. I'm like,
they must be Italian.
I was going to say that. That's what I was going to say. No,
Sorry.
I've been holding back. I'm like, don't say it, Sallie. Don't say it.
I
But
remember,
yeah, it's they're a bunch of Italian giraffes out there that the only people they'll talk to is their mother.
their full name are actually Giraffonino. Giraffo. I do remember it was big news last year at White Post when one of the goats, I think it was one of the goats was giving birth.
Oh, yeah?
You remember that?
No, but I remember the poor man that
that gave birth?
No, but he walked up to you and the security guard, and he's like, my whole family is watching the alpacas having sex. Can you please go in there and do something?
And the same thing. I'm like, what the hell do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do?
So I had to go cock block this poor thing and tattle on him, rat him out. I know. I felt like a major cock blocker. Men don't do that. Men don't cock block each other. But yeah,
it was a man complaining about it. I would have thought it was funny. I remember I went to the San Diego Zoo out in California, And the really large turtles, that's all they do. They're in like this very, this large area, and there's like benches all around, and you just sit there, you get lunch, you eat your sandwich, and you just watch them have sex the whole entire time. They just don't stop having sex.
All right, I got a couple issues here. First off, you said sandwich. Secondly, who's setting up a bench so you can watch turtles have sex?
There's benches all over the place. It's like in the
What the hell's wrong with you people in California?
Area. Yeah.
What do you want to do today? Want to go to a ball game? No.
Let's watch the turtles getting some.
Want to go to a movie? No. Want to stay home and just relax? No. You know what I'm in the mood for? I'm really in the mood to see some turtles banging. Oh, great idea. I'll pick up the McDonald's on the way. Let's go.
Yeah. You just sit around and... Yep, they get some.
Oh, good for them. I'd like to come back then as a turtle after I die, but not necessarily
put
on a show for the humans.
What's funny about it is like the whole turtle and hair story. It's exactly true. They're so slow.
Nice.
It's the funniest thing.
Well, the female turtle's not complaining.
There'll be like a female turtle like over there, and like the male will be like, I'm gonna come and and it's like, and he walks
back here
slowly.
Turtle.
Yeah.
You didn't get that.
I did. The Bugs Bunny thing.
Nice. Proud of you.
You were like all challenging me.
I was.
Yeah.
See, but I'd be banging all the time too if I'm a turtle, because it takes all that time and energy to get there.
Yeah.
Well, then what else am I going to do? Yeah, I want to celebrate. Let's make it worth the trip.
And the girl isn't even like, oh, okay, it took you an hour to get here. The least I could do is just, not move. She just starts like hightailing it for like wherever. And then he's to like keep coming after. So
he's raping her?
It's like this big rape scene. Yeah.
Oh, great. Can't wait to go see that while eating lunch.
Yeah, it's never like just in the middle of the field. It's always like up against a rock or a tree. It's like crazy.
Well, then fine. You know what? Then go watch Cosby, you freaking perverts.
There's have to have been, you know what? Here's the thing. I've had a lot of people visit me, from the East Coast to California. There's like nothing to do. How many times are you going to like wave at the dolphin at SeaWorld,
I can think of a lot of things to do other than
nice
watching
bench,
turtles bang.
Under a tree, good sandwich, and,
a nice air-conditioned movie theater, eating a sandwich and then some candy or popcorn while watching a fun movie.
San Diego always has nice weather. You could always be outside.
So, all right. Oh, all right. So we have to be outside. Well, the only thing we can do outside is watch a turtle bang.
It's not
I'm
bad.
sure there's no baseball games or a softball game, or I just go to the beach and watch the water. We're going to go watch turtles bang?
There's worse things out there.
Like what?
I don't know. Like there's
Boy, that was fun. Let's go watch a child get beat up tomorrow.
Like honestly, Disney's pretty boring. It really is. Like there's the Wild Animal Park. That's pretty good. Universal Studios is more entertaining. There's like a lot of boring places out there. Knott's Berry Farm is like ridiculously.
You're still not justifying the sightseeing.
You would watch it too.
I just want to point out that our viewers are having their own conversation.
Oh.
Just so you know. Beansy and Joan are fighting. Joan's getting on Beansy because he was supposedly stopping in today.
Oh, was he?
I didn't even recall that because he says it all the time. So I have no idea.
Oh.
All right, but I was starting to say before.
Yeah.
That I was starting to say before that, some good things that are going on is, things are getting back to some kind of normalcy.
Really?
Well, we touched upon it a little bit. Knockem Dead Comedy is doing a murder mystery this weekend. We're doing one that's open to the public on September 25th in Floral Park, which is western Nassau County, which is probably maybe 20, 30 minutes west of us where we are right now. It's kind of on the borderline of Nassau County and Queens. So if you're on Long Island or in Queens, come see Knockem Dead Comedy on September 25th. Go to knockemdeadcomedy.com and check out the website. All the information's there. So that's, we're getting back to doing murder mysteries again.
Okay.
And then last night, the big news.
Oh, we have big news?
Not really.
Oh.
But it's symbolic that things are coming back.
Okay.
Fenway Park, your beloved Boston.
Oh.
Billy Joel's first concert back since COVID.
Oh, how'd it go?
It went well. It rained,
Oh.
but the show must go on.
Okay.
Billy Joel's bass player, I'm assuming it's COVID related, but he's Australian, so he could not make it.
Oh.
So Mike Del Judas actually just put the guitar down and played bass.
Oh.
I think that's pretty
Is
cool.
he a good bass player?
Yes, he is actually.
I kind of thought for some reason that he liked bass more. Did I get that wrong?
More than like piano playing? Yes, he does actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he was probably thrilled to do that.
probably, and tremendous singing voice.
Oh, yeah.
So think about it, and I know normally you'd just say, all right, well, it's just a silly concert, and you wouldn't say it's big news, but again, this is symbolic because we're slowly getting back to things. And so I was excited about this.
Yeah.
And, after not performing for almost, for a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, just what, 2 or 3 months shy from... No, all right, year and a half. Yeah, year and a half.
And what did he do? He played after they did the concert after a game, kind of like they do at.
No.
It was just a plain old concert with nothing to do with baseball. They just
Right.
happened to do it.
The
at
Red
Fenway
Sox
Park.
they're away. There are certain baseball games where they'll do a quick
Yeah,
concert
like, didn't we
after,
see,
but
like,
we saw
Huey
Huey Lewis
Lewis?
after a Met game. I
Yeah.
think Hart did a show after a Met game. But that's like, I still love those bands, but those are bands that are past their prime. Billy Joel is still a big, huge name, where you can fill up that stadium just on that name alone. So yeah, the Red Sox were away, just a Billy Joel show. So it was, it's a cool thing.
Do you know anyone who went?
Yeah, I think Sandy went.
Oh, did she?
Pretty sure
Okay.
she did.
All right.
But he did a great show. My Life, Pressure. He did Singing in the Rain. He did The Entertainer, Vienna, Zanzibar.
Ugh.
He did The Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Oh, did he really?
The Longest Time. Don't Ask Me Why. The Downeaster Alexa. Moving Out, and So It Goes.
Oh, I love when So It Goes.
Allentown. Now, this next one of my personal favorites of Billy Joel's, but a lot of people don't know this one. This is a deep track. A Room of Our Own. Oh, my God, I love that song.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the nylon curtain. She's Always a Woman, Sometimes a Fantasy. The River of Dreams, with a little in the middle. They did a little Tush by ZZ Top, paying a little homage to ZZ Top, who just lost their bass player, Dusty Hill. Only the Good Die Young. Mike Del Judas did Nessun Dorma.
Oh, yeah.
Nessun Dorma. Scenes from an Italian restaurant. We
Okay.
Didn't Start the Fire. Uptown Girl. It's Still Rock and Roll to Me. Big Shot, You May Be Right. With a little snippet of Led Zeppelin's Rock and Roll. And Piano Man.
What do you got there? 26 songs?
26 songs.
That's a good concert. What's a typical good concert, do you think, from anyone? How many songs does Bruce Springsteen do?
For me, it's not the amount of songs, it's the time. When I see somebody, I expect at least 2 hours. If you do less than that, I'm disappointed.
And what's 26 songs going to get you?
For this set list, I would say I bet this show was probably 210, 220.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Before the encore, I'm thinking that was 2 hours. The encore is usually 3 minutes, and then he did probably a good 20 minutes after that.
Did he bring anyone out on the stage that was a surprise?
Not that I see.
Like his daughter
here.
or something, or you know what I mean?
Not that I know of. Sounds like an amazing show, says Joan. I agree, Joan. Sounds like an amazing show.
I wonder how much the tickets were.
Yeah, they're probably expensive.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I also bring that up is because I'm appreciative. The Facebook page Billy Joel Retold, they let me post our show on there every day.
Yeah.
So I try to throw a little Billy Joel stuff in there because they're nice enough to let us post our show there. And Sherry's Scene, we post our show to a lot of comedy pages, but there's a few that are music related, like Billy Joel Retold and Sherry's Scene, which is a local music Facebook page. I think we're the only ones that post comedy stuff on there. And Sherry lets us.
But
so I appreciate
we
it.
do, I'm appreciative too, but you do talk about music. You should talk about music more.
Well, I do. I have more music news. So I think this is great. Knockem Dead Comedy coming back. Billy Joel doing outdoor concerts. Coming back to the Garden, I think, in November, I believe, is his first one back.
Oh, is that his first show back?
I think so. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So it's just nice that, and I know the Delta variant and all that, but the death toll, as far as from what I'm seeing, the death tolls are not rising. So you get the Delta variant, it's a flu.
The death tolls are, I think they are for the people that aren't getting vaccinated. I was reading that the amount of like younger people getting it is really high. That's what I was reading about Florida. Like Florida,
Right.
I think like the people that are getting it are in their like 20s, and
Right.
that rose like 84%.
I heard that too, right? But the death rates are not rising with that. So
Yeah, I didn't
right?
look at that.
Yeah, I and forgive me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what I read. So, not that I'm saying it's okay to get COVID and not to ignore it, but at least maybe there's some kind of grasp. Maybe, I don't know. And I think in the city, like Kenny pointed out, they might start mandating masks again. All right, not the worst thing in the world. And and again, maybe it'll.
I'm so happy not wearing masks now. Like you walk into like one store and the sign says you don't have to wear it if you're vaccinated, and then another store will say wear it anyway, and it's like, and I don't mind, I don't care, whatever you want me to do, I'll do.
Right.
I don't care. But like when I don't have to, I'm like, whoa, I'm so excited. Like, yay! Like I'm gonna buy extra stuff just because I'm so happy not to have to wear a mask.
So, my other music news. Oh, what the hell was that?
What?
Oh, I thought I saw an ant.
Oh.
My other music news, some Rolling Stones news. Charlie Watts, the Rolling Stones drummer, their only drummer since 1963, the original drummer. He's been with them from day one. So we're talking almost 60 years.
Say his name again.
Charlie Watts.
Oh yeah, what's he
do? He's a drummer.
Sorry. Okay.
Rolling Stones are going on tour this fall. Charlie Watts will not be there.
He's got to be like 90, right?
He's I believe early 80s, and yeah, they're saying it's not COVID, but yeah, he's had some health issues. He had some kind of procedure done. He's expected to be fine, but he's not up to par yet.
So who's gonna drum?
A guy named Steve Jordan. He's one of those session guys that has played with everybody.
Okay, good for him.
But he's played a lot with when the members of the Rolling Stones do solo stuff. They all grab him.
That's awesome.
Phenomenal drummer. He was actually the original drummer on David Letterman's show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, great musician.
How old is he?
He's probably he's been around a long time, so he's probably late 60s, early 70s. He's been around since he's been playing on music and on albums since mid to late 70s that I know of. So he's been around a long time, but yeah, phenomenal drummer. But yeah, so it's weird. Charlie Watts, their only drummer from day one, and will not be there. So Mick and Keith are the only two originals left.
Yeah.
You see that? Sorry, can't.
Oh, that's funny.
That is really funny. Okay, so that's our music news. Also, I wanted to. I did mention Danny Ty will be here tomorrow with me and Andy.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned Tom Cotter will be here this weekend. Megan Hanley at the brokerage. Casey Aurora at McGuire's. Tom Kelly in the Little Room. Chuck Fox and Rob Chaffee. Oh, speaking of Tom Cotter, tonight on Gov's Radio. It's a big night here on Gov's Radio tonight. Top Fives with Don Sill returns tonight at 7:30. Tom Cotter is his guest. They're talking about the top 5 America's Got Talent comedians, because that's where Tom Cotter rose to fame.
That's where he came from?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he was around before then, but America's Got Talent just, brought him over the top, and now he's, a full-time headlining
Now he's
comedian.
Tom Cotter.
Well, there you go. So America's Got Talent, top 5 comedians. That's tonight with Don Sill. Happy that top 5s is returning.
Yeah, to like a nighttime slot.
Yeah, that's a nighttime slot. That'll be fun. And before that, at 6:30, the Gov's Radio debut of the Almost Irish podcast. I almost said the Almost Pirate.
You did.
The Almost Irish podcast. Mick Thomas. If you don't know who that is, you should. He is just a fantastic comedian. Dennis Rooney. Holy crap, one of the best comedians. Him and Mick. Phenomenal. Dan Barry. Actor, comedian, wrestler. Funny guy. This is a show to see.
Yeah.
This is what Gov's Comedy Radio is all about. 3 fantastic comedians, put them in a room together. They're going to fight. They're going to laugh. They're going to hug. They're going to do a lot of laughing. Almost Irish Podcast. That's tonight at 6:30. So really looking forward to that. Adam Snare knows what I'm talking about. I listen to the Almost Irish Podcast. Those guys are phenomenal. Speaking of Adam Snare and the Almost Irish Podcast, you saw the picture we've been using to promote the show, yes?
Today's? Or theirs? Yeah.
Adam Snare designed that photo.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Hey, that's cool.
Does a super job. Adam Snare does a lot of that kind of
I'm
work.
glad Adam Snare's still alive. Did you hear about Florida, Adam Snare?
What, with the Delta you're talking about?
Yeah.
Stay indoors, Adam. You know, I do find it interesting that, that their numbers have risen after Adam moved there.
Oh, like
Coincidence? I think not.
me either. Is he sneezing on everyone?
I think he is. His middle name is Delta.
Adam Delta Snare.
Adam Delta Snare.
All right.
Almost sounds like a card game thing. Like Adam Delta Snare.
Delta Snare.
So really looking forward to that tonight. Before we started today, you were watching Olympics coverage.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Simone Biles, she won the bronze.
Yeah, she's fun to watch.
Fun to watch.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
She's very precise.
And our well, I say friend, but he doesn't know who I am, but I know his parents. Andrew Capobianco, originally from Wantagh, New York. He, as we mentioned, he won the silver in the synchronized diving last weekend. He was up again for another diving competition. He took 10th place, which and of course you want a medal, but in my book, 10th place is still pretty good. In my book, the fact you even made it there.
Oh, yeah.
It's still
that's great.
It's amazing.
Good for you,
So
young Wantorian.
So congratulations to him.
Yeah, it's cool.
I am gonna contact them this weekend and see about getting them on the show.
Okay.
So congratulations to him. Now, how does it work with the Olympics? Now, I'm assuming for this year, since nobody can go and they're worried about COVID, I'm assuming once you're done, like in Andrew's case, he's done now. He competed in the 2 events he was slated for.
Does he hang and cheer for everyone else?
My guess is that they send him home
Oh, really? Why?
because of COVID.
Oh, okay.
But normally, does everybody get to stay and just take in the whole 2 weeks and hang out and cheer on people, or are they sent home?
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never thought of that before.
Well, I think the thing about the Olympics is you have to spend a lot of your own money and you have to get sponsorships and stuff. It's not like they you pay for a lot yourself at first, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah,
you have to raise money so
you're not
so the
paid.
Olympic, so they say, okay, no, I know they're not paid.
It's
but I
just
assume I did assume that in our case, the USA team, who's ever in charge, I don't know, what do they call it, an Olympic committee?
A lot of people donate to the USA team so that, yes, they could use
that's what I'm saying.
budget.
I didn't know that's how they did it. I didn't know they had donations and had fundraising.
Yeah,
I had no idea that's how it worked.
Yeah.
I just assumed it was, I don't know.
I don't think they make a living.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I get that.
I think it's afterwards you get put on the Wheaties box. And unless it's changed a lot in the last several years because I haven't followed it closely.
Right, but I'm not saying they should be paying them. I'm saying but I thought they at least covered the athletes going to wherever the Olympics are and covering their accommodations.
Who would cover?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I never thought about that, but I just assumed that I don't know.
Sure,
I didn't know
each
if it was
team has a budget.
I didn't know if there was some kind of an Olympics board that's funded, by grants or something or by the government.
Maybe.
That to represent America. I had no idea. I never thought about that.
I mean, I don't think they have to take out their debit card and buy a flight. They probably have a budget.
Adam Snare says, I have a pet alligator who eats Delta, so he's safe.
So, okay. All right. Well, good.
Anybody know how the Olympics work? So that's a question.
Yeah, why don't you ask Andy tomorrow? He's going to be...
Oh, that's a good idea.
He's actually going to be informative, unlike me. It's funny, this is just to... Because I haven't followed it. I just, I'll watch little YouTubes on the Olympics this year. I haven't, sat on the couch and watched the Olympics. I don't know. But I was thinking, you were talking about the comedian Tom Kelly, earlier, because he's going to be in the Little Room.
Yeah.
It's funny because did I tell you when I ran into him the other day? He was telling me
ran into Tom Kelly.
Yeah.
Where'd you run into Tom Kelly?
Here at the club.
Oh, that night we were all here. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He and one of the things that he said to me, and he said. And he's like, yeah. He goes, he's like, no, I know you, because it turns out that I dog sit and for a few of his family members, like his sister-in-law and stuff, and I know his dad and stuff. So he's in that area kind of a lot. But this is one of the first things he says to me. He goes, I like how you have the chair set up on your lawn.
Stalker.
So it's funny. I was like. I didn't know what to say to that, so I was like, thanks, Tom Kelly. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, what do you say to that?
I know. And so it's funny because
I like where you park your car in the street in front of your house, Tom.
So I was smiling because, I was having conversations with him, but I was also thinking, I can't wait to tell Tony this.
I like where you set up the latch for your gate.
I knew you'd make fun.
I like where you have your address numbers on your house.
Right? I like how you have your lawn chair set up on your lawn.
God, I hope we should just come home one day and see Tom Kelly drinking a beer on the chair. This is great.
That would be funny. But it's funny because he said that to me what? How long? When did we run into him? A couple weeks ago?
Was it the Nelson benefit?
Was it? No, I feel like we were...
Oh, it was just one of the green room shows?
One of the green room shows.
We were out there after?
Yeah. So Sam was mowing the lawn and he actually lined them up really nicely, because there were a lot of them, and I never put a bunch of them away after the 4th of July. They've just been all still sitting there. So last night I was organizing them, and I was actually thinking as I was finishing, I'm like, hope Tom Kelly likes how I have the lawn.
He was driving by.
Yeah.
Nice job stacking up those chairs.
It's I'm like a nervous wreck wondering if I have them all lined up right.
To get your Tom Kelly approval?
Yeah.
You should hang a sign. This
Tom,
setup
hope you like
is
this.
Tom Kelly approved.
Yeah.
Like a politician.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Joe Biden and I approve this message. I'm Tom Kelly and I approve this lawn setup.
I love his dad. I just love his dad so much.
Hey, take it
in the
easy.
neighborhood.
Does he have one leg?
No.
A kilt?
Nope. Maybe it's a kilt. Tom Kelly. Gotta have a kilt. Bet he has a kilt. I'm gonna go with yes. Now that you're Irish, you should have a kilt.
I was always Irish.
You just didn't know.
I was always no. I knew. No, we always knew we had Irish in us. We just didn't know how much. And
You didn't know it was all.
It's not all. It's 35%. It's only 35%. Calm down.
All right. You should start wearing green on Thursdays.
That's not how it works.
Oh.
How dare you go against the solidarity, scab?
Is that what you do?
No, that's not what we do.
What do you do?
Nothing. We just, some people go like that as they're cheering.
That's what I
But
mean.
but it's not the official. We don't,
What do you do?
Like on the rest of the days when
Because
we're
they all do that.
No, sometimes as you're cheering or something, you just raise your
Like
hand. But lots of
that?
people just do that, or they clap, or they, like anything. It's not like on another day of the week when you're wearing various colors and you spot another union member out, and to let them know you're one of them, you go. This is,
Like a
this
secret-
isn't. Yeah, this isn't the He-Man Woman-Hater high sign.
Or the water buffaloes.
Well, you should have known that yesterday.
I know. It still
You came
doesn't
close.
sound right. The Water Buffalo Lodge. I
Tony
guess.
should be on the Almost Irish podcast. Tune in tonight. So I should only be on like for like 15 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm only 35% Irish.
Right.
And then I'll be on the not so much Italian podcast.
Yeah. Thought I was more Italian podcast.
That's why Rodia
That's
doesn't
what it
have
should
us
be
on
called.
camera because I'm not, I tried telling him, hey, my mother's Celentano, but apparently that's not good enough.
No, they're pretty strict.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I got to change it. Yeah, see that hurts me right there. You're hurting my chances of getting
Well,
back in.
I'm
with
no
the
Italian,
in crowd.
so like that's pretty good for a zero Italian.
No, it's really not.
All right, let me do it again.
Oh God.
What are you going to do?
Awful.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh, that wasn't bad.
It was bad.
Oh, you do it.
What are you gonna do? You say it like it's one word. You got to skip a bunch of vowels and consonants. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
What are you going to do?
No.
No.
You're. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I'm still trying to be clear. What are you going to do?
Yeah, the almost. Yeah, Snare's talking about the hence almost. None of those guys are all Irish though, aren't they?
No, they're almost. Well,
Mick
probably
Thomas comes
Mick.
from Ireland. He's got the brogue. I'm assuming Rooney's all Irish. So Dan Barry he looks Irish to me though.
I don't know.
But
I guess we'll find out tonight.
I wonder maybe that's not his real name, and maybe he is fully Irish.
I could make them spit in that thing and send it off to Ancestry.
You
Like I
pervert.
ruined your life.
You want them to spit into your thing, spit with their penises.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm going to change my name to Walkerino.
You think things will be easier for you?
Yes.
But
You
then
know, I did, in all seriousness, I used to yell at my mother when I was a kid. I don't know if you remember that, but I used to say to her, why are we Walker?
Yeah.
He left. You should have went back to Celentano. Me and Frank should be Celentano.
Mm-hmm.
I did use, because, I used to see, growing up was, I grew up with my mother's family, a little bit my father's family, my cousin Linda, Michelle, and Aunt Ruth, and Uncle Mike, but that was it.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't really know what family I have out there on the Walker side. Once in a blue moon we'll hear something, and Frank's been trying to investigate and reconnect.
Frank hasn't found it. No one has.
Frank's trying to prove that we're related to Lizzie Borden, which, good for him if he cares, but I'm like, who freaking cares? What
And
does
then
it
if
mean?
you find out that you are, like, is that good?
Right, she was, because she murdered
She's a little
her
unstable.
husband?
No, she.
I forget now. She
you
was a
don't know
murderer.
the song? Yeah, her dad had a stepmother, and she murdered both of them with an axe.
Nice.
Yeah, you didn't. Elizabeth Montgomery did this movie.
Oh, is that right? She played Lizzie
played
Borden
the
in
role,
the movie?
and I still remember the movie because I was young, and
Maybe I'm related to Elizabeth Montgomery.
she had this axe. All of a sudden, she starts like taking off all her clothes.
Nice. Elizabeth Montgomery got naked in this movie?
Yeah,
Really?
I believe there was acid.
Oh, I'd see that. She was a good-looking woman.
Yeah. And
How can you not tell me this?
I don't know. And then she walked through the house and she's got the axe and you just hear a bunch of screaming.
Nice.
And then she comes out and she just, without even thinking, like, and that's the song, like, and then she gave another 40 whacks. Like, she, like, really kind of chopped them all up.
Wow.
And I think she got rid of them by chopping them up so
Are you making this up?
No. And then she kind of walked, and then after she was done, she just kind of like, showered off the axe and like went and put her clothes back on and went back with her day. And she got away with it.
How?
Well, they brought her up on charge. This is a true story. They brought her up on charges and she got away with it.
Oh, she beat it somehow.
Yeah.
But then how do we know she definitely did this if she beat it?
Because they just, kind of like the OJ thing. They just kind of like, enjoy the rest of your life, but we know what you did.
That's actually what happened to my leg. Aunt Lizzie Borden, she chopped it off.
your leg off
That
into
was all
little
she did. She
pieces?
let me live, but she chopped the leg off. She said, let that be a lesson to you, nephew.
You got to see her naked.
Well, that's what I was complaining about. I said, Aunt Lizzie, you're ugly, and I don't want to see you naked. I want to see Elizabeth Montgomery naked. And she's like, how dare you? And she chopped my leg off with an axe.
Huh. All right.
Chopped it into tiny pieces so I couldn't put it back together.
Yeah, that's just rude.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Bad form.
She was a dick.
Yeah.
Bam. So we talked about all that stuff. August 12th, don't forget, August 12th, Uncle Louie, Carla and Louie from the Uncle Louie Variety Show. They will be on the screen with us. Looking forward to that. Love those guys. They let us on the screen. And they talk to us, even though, well, their last names end with vowels.
Yeah.
But they still accept us.
I know. Isn't that nice? Well, they're from Syracuse. They have
Maybe-
really low standards.
Well, that could be.
Yeah.
And maybe they don't know my last name. Hey, he's Tony.
Maybe. Yeah.
And then if they find out, then all of a sudden, oh, we can't make your show.
Well, if they're going to put up with O'Neill, I think they'll put up with whatever you got going.
True. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Those guys are hilarious. We've seen their show.
Oh, yeah, they're so funny.
It's really is a fun time.
I still think about their show. You know how
Yeah.
you like when I see a stand-up comic,
Yeah.
when they're really good, I'll be like a week later and I'll think about like one part of their one of their bits. You know, I'll just be like driving along in the car and I'll think about it and it'll make me laugh again but often, even though they're great, like you just can't like remember when you hear it again, you're like, oh yeah, I heard this before. But usually for me with comics, like I'll just like have a feeling whether I enjoyed them or not. And that's really as far as I go. Like I'll think, oh, that's a great person. I like seeing him. But with the Uncle Louie show, like I seriously think it's been years and I can still remember like 2 or 3 of their bits that I just think about and laugh about.
Yeah.
They're really good.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of variety shows. Well, I mean, they call it Uncle Louie Variety Show.
Mm-hmm.
Like because they do little skits, they do songs, they each take some time, each doing some stand up. So it just kind of reminded me like the old style Cal Burnett type stuff.
It's very enjoyable,
which I love. And yeah, that time we saw them. I mean, they packed the place. We saw them at the brokerage. They packed it. The crowd was electric. It was just a blast.
Mm-hmm.
Really enjoyed it. So check that out. Check them out. They're coming to the brokerage. I forget when, but August 21st they're playing McGuire's. So definitely worth seeing. Those guys are fantastic, and we're really looking forward to them joining us the 12th. That's what, next Thursday?
Yeah.
Wow, a week from today. Very nice.
The 12th?
Yeah, the 12th.
Okay.
Because we're not. Oh yeah, well that we haven't talked about. So we're here next week. Then the following week, we're not here. The following week, so that would be August 16th to the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
The studio is going to be closed. Our guy Mike O'Toole, he's going to do a little checkup here. He's going to do a little maintenance.
Updating.
He's going to need a couple of days to do that. So we're shutting down for the week. Do we know if other shows, like shows that aren't in here, like Don's show and Films on Tap, are they still doing their shows that week or not?
I told them what was going on, and I asked them if they wanted to do it, like keep doing their show that week. Let me know. If not, enjoy the week off.
So yeah, all the shows that are in the studio will not be on that week, including us. We have not. When was the last time we had a week off between Christmas and New Year's last year?
I don't even know.
Because even during COVID, we were on. So I think between Christmas and New Year's was the last time we were not here for a full week.
Mm-hmm.
So we got this week, next week, and then we're off for a week. Be nice, give ourselves a little recharge.
Yeah.
Sleep late a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do we want to? Are we talking about Cuomo or no?
Oh, you had him down too?
2? Or you have him on your list?
Well, I didn't have him on a list. I was just like reading about him today, and I said to you this morning, I was like, oh, he's getting in a lot of trouble, I think is what all I said, and you went, yep. So I didn't know you were going to talk about it. Sure, fine by me.
The State Attorney General report documents numerous incidents, of sexual harassment by Governor Andrew Cuomo. The acting Nassau County District Attorney said the findings were deeply disturbing and is looking into possible criminal action. Many politicians, including those in Cuomo's own party, are demanding he step down.
Biden even.
Or impeachment proceedings could begin. Calls for Cuomo to leave his high-profile position reached all the way to Washington as President Joe Biden said he should resign. What a freaking shame.
Yeah, and Cuomo is just like, I didn't do any of this.
Yeah, he keeps steadfast saying he's not stepping down. And when I say a shame, I'm saying it's a shame that this has happened. they're saying 11 women have stepped forward. If we're talking 2 or 3, then to me there's still a little room for but 11, sorry, something. even if he didn't touch them, even if he was just saying some off-color things, coming from a guy who says off-color things all the time.
Say, this is going to be interesting.
But I don't hold a high-profile, important position.
So why does that make that better?
Because what I'm saying, if you say something off-color, you can say it's a joke and you didn't mean it. And in my case, that's always the situation. I just don't always have, my boundaries are different than most. So a lot of times I say something that I end up regretting because I made the person feel bad. But I can say with 100% certainty that I have never put anybody in a position to feel uncomfortable.
No, you don't.
Like, oh my God, is he about to do something? It's never like that. It's just me being stupid.
Yeah.
And that's until we get more details.
Yeah, your goal is always to make someone laugh, not to make them feel all uncomfortable.
I just don't know always when to stop with that. Right.
Yeah.
And until we hear more details, based on the details we've heard so far.
He wasn't trying to make them laugh.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think from what we've seen so far, I think he was. Like that whole thing.
I read the report.
All right, that's what I'm saying. I didn't read it. I didn't read it. I'm basing this on what's come out previous. Like that video where he was trying to get the girl to eat the cannoli.
You're going to think differently when you read the report.
Really? Yeah. So he did try to touch them?
Oh, yeah. He did
really?
touch them, yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Sorry. It kind of reminds me of like... it's funny because I've worked in restaurants, when I was like a kid and, like 20s and 30s and stuff. And this stuff just reminds me of like the typical restaurant owner that, thinks he can say and touch and do whatever he wants with his wait staff. And it's just like, and at the time you're like, oh, that's just him. And you kind of like put up with it. And that's not the case anymore. And so he was just doing stuff like that, you know?
And this is all recent?
No.
Or it goes back?
I don't know how far it goes back,
okay.
but there were 11 people. And it's just, I only read through the first 3 and then we had to go. But it's just like, right away. Like there were a couple of female troopers. One trooper wasn't. I guess you're supposed to. You're supposed to be a trooper for like 3 years before you can leave the actual trooper rank of on the highway, whatever.
Okay.
And so after 2 years, he wanted her to be one of his personal
security.
Yeah, and so the trooper people were like, well, she still has like another year. And then they were like, well, I guess the whole policy has changed now because he wants you in there.
All right,
and it was like little things like
but where's the sexual harassment there? Did he say you get on your knees and I'll give you a better position?
I don't know that, but I do know it's stuff like when both troopers would like walk in the room, he would approach them with putting his like hand on their like stomach down to their thigh, and it's like stuff like that. Like there's just no reason for it. Like I can't imagine walking in. I just can't. And one of his main assistants, like he actually went up into her blouse once.
Really?
And he goes, and I guess her thing was, she was like, I'm just going to like take that moment to the grave with me. And then all of a sudden she saw like months later him saying, I've never inappropriately touched anyone. And then she was like, all right, apparently there's other people. And so why am I protecting this guy?
Right.
So, yeah, so that's where I am right now.
Anything from his former fiance? Or
not that I've read yet.
Or does he have an ex-wife? He has kids, but I never hear about an ex-wife.
Yeah, he's an ex-wife. And he had that...
Sarah Lee.
Yeah, she had a girlfriend for many years.
Yeah, right. She was there that night, that day we saw him with Billy Joel. Mm-hmm. She was there. Beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Right, Sarah Lee? I think
it's
that's her
like
name.
the greetings when people like walk
like Andy
in.
Garcia to Sallie O'Neill.
Yeah, like the way he like greets women. it's not Italian loving like we
Right,
first
right.
were led to believe. Like, oh, that's just people. When everyone just hugs and it's like down. It's
When you're in, well, I mean,
like just don't
You're so-
freaking do stuff like that.
Right.
No,
Right.
just in case you're wondering, no one likes that. No one says, "Oh, wasn't that amazing when he grabbed my thigh?" No one thinks that.
Sandra Lee.
Don't do it.
It just occurred to me. It's Sandra Lee.
Yeah, you're not exciting anyone. You're just making people feel uncomfortable. Just go about your day.
Well, what I was going to say, and I guess it's probably wrong of me to say this, but because nobody should act that way. But I do feel when you're in that position, you should not, almost like we were saying with Michael Jackson the other day, even if he didn't touch these kids, it was still weird of him to want to sleep in the same room with them. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
When you're the governor of New York and you're under all the scrutiny that he's been under, don't even put yourself in that position
At all.
to give the girl reason to feel that way.
But he wants to be, like, people like that want to be in that position.
It's a power trip, absolutely.
Because they feel like they can get away with it.
Yes, but now it's all going to come back on him. He did a decent job as governor, but now all the people that hated him, they're going to have a field day.
Yeah.
You're live on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
This is Joe Staz Beansy.
What is going on back there? Is that a bell? What? Did you hear that?
I'm actually I'm doing a little shopping for my mother.
Very nice. It's about time you're doing something for them.
Oh, bullshit. I do a lot for them.
He's just getting them food so they can cook for
Yeah,
him.
right. He's getting the food that they're going to cook for him. Yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
No,
he's
no,
like,
no, they
he's
cook
in the
for me.
aisle. He's like, I like this. I like that.
Right. He's picking up the potatoes and the steaks.
Yeah.
And the and all
That's
the.
what I'm getting now. I'm going to get steak for tonight.
Right. Exactly. So they can cook for you.
She's going to be like, I had deodorant on the sheet. And he's going to be like, oh, yeah, I forgot that. But here's like, more steak for me.
But I bought the deodorant for myself that you're going to wipe on my armpit for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's tricky.
Well, I was almost coming in today. I
Almost.
was going to surprise you guys, but my mom got sick, so
Oh, is she
I'm
all
not
right?
going to make it in, of course.
Is she okay?
right?
Yeah, she's fine. She just got a little cold, nothing
All right.
of the virus and all that, so everything is good.
But wait a minute. I'm confused. You were going to stop in, but your mom's sick. But your mom moved to Florida.
And she went back to New York for 2 months
Oh.
to take care of business, and then she'll come back. So I came back. I went to New York.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, who wants to be in Florida in July or August?
Not me. I don't want to
No,
be there in
no,
January
no.
either. Wow.
No, not at all. I'm there till I'm in New York till the 23rd, and I'm going back.
Wow. And where's your
Yeah.
wife?
Oh, my wife is at home. Oh no.
Wow, you got the life. You're going out every
she's
night.
at home taking care of her mother.
You're going out every night causing trouble. Well, we know what you're all about.
Absolutely. I mean, come on. You only live once, right?
That's right. Now be careful. But be careful while you're up here. Don't shoot your mouth off about what's going on that TV show.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Make sure.
It's fine. They don't know.
They don't know, he says.
fine.
They'll find out.
Nah, they won't. They won't find out. Trust me. Unless somebody opens their mouth,
Well, yeah,
which I don't care anyway.
for a small fee, I won't make any phone calls.
Oh, what? How many steaks you want?
Now we're talking. Now we're getting somewhere.
And some fries on the side.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's why I gave you the name T-Bone.
That's
I'm calling
right,
you
yep.
T-Bone from now on.
Beansy wants to call me T-Bone because it's T-Bone steak.
No.
Oh, you have to get the approval from Sallie?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get the lovin', you get the approvals. Absolutely.
You're so whipped, man. Come on.
I have no problem with that because I like when she whips me. All right, so.
Oh shit.
All right, well, all the best to your mom. Hope she feels better.
All right, thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
You got it.
See you, Joe. Always nice when Beansy checks in. So I mentioned before I'm going to try and get Andrew Capobianco. I'm also in talks with a woman. Her name is, where the hell is it? Roxanne something.
Roxanne.
You're singing Sting. Are you aware of that?
Isn't that the Police?
Sting wrote all the songs and sang all the songs. It's Sting. That's right. See, you like Sting. Down in Jacksonville, Florida, filming is underway for a film called Mandy's Voice, a short film about a single mother raising a teenage girl with nonverbal autism, based on a true story.
Can she text?
I don't know. We'll have to check out the movie when it comes out. This movie is believed to be the first of its kind in the United States, and I'll explain. Mandy's Voice, a movie about autism, has a crew and cast who are mostly on the autistic spectrum. First movie ever to have this authentic representation. The lead actress, 24-year-old Rachel Barcelona, is autistic. She's an actress, a model, an author, a college graduate, and autism advocate who has spoken at the United Nations and around the world. So this could be opening doors within the movie industry and just society in general for people on the spectrum to show that they can handle things like that. And I thought I had the woman's name here. The woman who's making the movie, her name is Roxana something, and forgive me, I'll get it to you. But I reached out and I heard back from her. We're going to work out details to talk to her and the lead actress, this Rachel Barcelona. We're actually going to Zoom with them at some point.
Okay, great.
So yeah, kind of excited about that, and that's really cool. I know. Yeah, I saw
because I saw that like Jabberers and what's that one movie?
Movie called Wretches and Jabberers.
Yeah,
we've talked about that movie here before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about.
That was a documentary.
Documentary about two men in their 50s. Well, at the time the movie was made, that movie's like 10, 12 years old now. And they were mostly nonverbal. And the movie was about just trying to show how they do have value and they can have, they are useful. And it showed how they communicate. It wasn't cell phones, although now it probably is. But at the time it was another contraption that they type into. And then you either send the message to somebody else with that contraption, or it had a speaker attached where it would just speak. It would just read.
Like binary.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. Yes. Very interesting movie. And if you're reading those texts, you would have no idea these are men on the spectrum.
No, not at all.
It just seemed like And they took these men around the world to meet other people on the spectrum. And they all had this contraption, and they were all just communicating and having normal conversations. But they were just typing it out instead of speaking.
Like at the time, we thought it was like so strange to see, and now
Right.
like all kids today sit around the same room.
Yeah, true, true.
And they just talk to each other.
Great movie. Wretches.
What's this movie?
Wretches and Jabberers. Well, that's what I'm saying. This is an actual movie. Actors.
Yeah. Not a documentary. It's a movie.
Right. It's a true story about a single mother raising a teenage girl with nonverbal autism.
Okay.
That's all I got. That's all I know. But it's really cool that the lead actress, 24 years old, actually does have autism. It's cool that she's actually doing it. Some of the other actors are on the spectrum. A lot of the crew are on the spectrum. There's actually the girl playing her mother is not on the spectrum, but she was. I forget her name now too. For those Sopranos fans, early on in the show, you remember
Adriana?
No, who was the actor? John Hurd. Remember John Hurd was on the first season or two where he was the undercover cop that was on Tony's payroll, and he would give Tony info and stuff. And he had a bad gambling problem. And
the
John Hurd is the
detective,
actor.
the lady detective who like screwed
No.
Juliana, or not Juliana.
No. John Hurd is the actor. He's a man. He was in Big. He was the father in Home Alone.
I get that. I'm just trying to figure out who the female is.
I'm trying to get there. Shut up. John Hurd hooked Tony up with this. I don't want to say a whorehouse, but it was like a high-end house where it was a madam, and she had the girls and guys would go there and spend the day, and they'd have their time with the girl, but they would have saunas, and they get pampered. And the woman who played the madam, she plays the mother in this movie.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool that they have so many performers and crew on the spectrum. It'll be really interested to hear about it, and hopefully we'll have them soon within the next few weeks. That's all I got.
Okay.
And I also would like to point out, by the way, that you were laughing at the jokes me and Kenny were telling.
No, I was thinking about something
you
else.
Laughed. I was thinking about something. You were thinking about Sting and Roxanne.
I was thinking about something else and ignoring you two completely. I haven't seen him forever.
Who, Kenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen Kenny in a while. Actually, I think the last time we saw Kenny was when we did a murder mystery at the brokerage. That
He
might
was
be the last
so
time.
much fun that night.
When was that?
He is such a good sport. I mean,
2019?
there are things about Kenny I'll give you that I'm like, holy balls, but he is, because you and Eric cannot wait to annoy him, and so the outfits you make him wear, I think he had to put his balls in what outfit did he wear the last time?
He played Versace Liberace.
Yeah, so
in our 1980s themed murder mystery, where he wore spandex.
I'm handing him his outfit, and he looks at me like, "I'm sorry, am I a 12-year-old gymnast?" And his entire outfit fits in the palm of my hand, and you and Eric are off doing your own thing, and I'm just like. Sorry, and then as if he's not humiliated enough, then I have to give him his the wig, the 80s wig.
He was not humiliated. The freaking
that's
guy
what I mean.
within seconds posted a photo of himself in that outfit on Facebook.
That's what I mean. He really is a complete awesome sport.
Yes.
He's unflappable. I'm gonna have diarrhea having to hand this to him. I'm like,
well, September 25th, he's wearing coveralls and a T-shirt, so he's safe. He's
coveralls.
safe.
Is that what they are? Aren't they overalls?
Overalls.
What's coveralls?
Yeah, coveralls are when you work outside, in construction.
You
the
slip
dead
in
of
them.
winter, you put on the coveralls. It's like a body. It's like a jacket for your whole body.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and they're insulated, and they're so comfortable.
Yeah.
God, I remember the first time I got some of those when I used to work for the phone company. I walked outside, oh my God, this is fantastic. You weren't that cold, and you were still able to move comfortably. Yeah. Oh my God, they were great. I miss it.
Being warm. I miss being warm.
All right. So once again, tonight at 6:30, the Gov's radio premiere of the Almost Irish podcast. Mick Thomas, Dennis Rooney, Dan Barry. Very excited. You'll be here with that. I'll be sitting on the couch.
Okay.
So looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's at 6:30. 7:30. Gov's Radio's favorite. I think Don is everybody's favorite. Don Sill, top fives return. Tom Cotter is on there with Don, talking about the top 5 America's Got Talent comedians. Tom Cotter will be right here at Governor's this weekend, so it's Tom Cotter week.
It is.
At All Things Governor's. And then tomorrow you are not here again, but Andy and I will be here with guest Danny Ty. It's going to be some fun. I hope they're both bringing their guitars, and we'll have some fun. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Thursday.